Welcome back, everybody. I'm Reagan Harris.
And I'm Brandon Beach.
And you're watching Common Agenda.
Hey, Reagan, why are we here?
What are you talking about?
I mean, our show was canceled.
What in the world are you talking about?
Didn't you hear Common Agenda is canceled for good?
Huh? I'm so confused.
April Fools.
It's not April Fool's Day.
You should have seen the look on your face.
April Fool's Day was Saturday, Brandon.
Yeah, but we didn't have a show on Saturday.
Welcome back to Common Agenda. From wearable waste to fossil fuel, here are the top stories of this week. Have you ever heard of the Student Government Association? You might have, but you probably haven't. In our last episode, we discussed the fact that most candidates are running unopposed in the elections that are happening sometime, maybe next week, who knows? We're not sure. They haven't exactly been announced. In fact, the Beacon recently ran a story about SGA's lack of advertising. Some students don't even really know that CGA is a presence here on Emerson, which is quite the problem when candidates are seeking votes and our school is seeking democracy. For a school quite concerned with politics, Emerson students can't quite seem to care about any internal political issues, which is unusual because most Emerson kids can't seem to get enough of themselves. Good news for all of you amateur sports fans. Club basketball has been granted approval as an official student organization. They hope to begin playing games in the fall, which is exciting for them, but I'm sure makes no difference to the majority of the student body. The team sprung out of pickup basketball games played by non-athletes during open gym hours, which is nice because usually non-athletes aren't even aware that we have a gym. The team was the first club sport to petition for official status as part of Emerson's new application process, which requires a group to submit a constitution along with some other forms. Sources say that this is the most work any group of Emerson students has done to play a sport since learning how to play basketball for open casting calls for High School Musical 4. The club will be advised by Bhavan Kareem, a visual and media arts professor played by professional basketball overseas in Iran and Turkey. Kareem said that basketball teaches a lot of life lessons because, quote, you don't always get to touch the ball and take the game-winning shot, end quote. Which is like a nice way of saying that we're not very good. Have you checked out the Berkeley Beacon lately? An article was recently published confirming what we already knew. Emerson is a secular campus. If you've never heard the word secular before, it's basically a fancy way of saying non-religious. And non-religious is the PC way of saying that none of us really go to church. Whether you're an atheist, an agnostic, or you've just lost touch with your faith, you'll fit right in at Emerson. An article in this week's edition of Beacon details a Jewish Emersonian student who has to go to another college just to find basic religious programming. Definitely not something you're going to find on an Emerson recruitment pamphlet, am I right? But don't worry, we're underrepresenting all religions equally. An Emerson Christian Fellowship VP admitted that student turnout for Ash Wednesday is high, but only a portion of those students actually show up regularly. So mark your calendars for Easter, guys. If you're going to go to church twice a year, you've got to make those things count. I'm pretty sure you earn double points for Easter, right? What's one thing that Emersonians just love to do? Oh, that's right, recycle. And what's better than recycling? Turning your trash into fashionable art. Emerson students showed their creative pieces in upcycled art and fashion showcase for Recyclemania. No, Recyclemania is not a recycling and wrestling competition. It's an annual 8-week campaign to raise awareness for recycling and waste habits. One of the entries included a purse made from old CVS supermarket plastic bags and a Sherlock Holmes costume made from tossed away garments. Talk about being a poor college student, am I right? We all want those Victoria's Secret wings. But why not make a beautiful pair of wings made out of cardboard boxes, plastic bags, broken paper clips, rubber bands, a broken backpack? Well, freshmen Morris and Julia Urcola made their Victoria's Secret dreams come true when they won first place. They now have $250 in cash and a pair of knockoff angel wings. Entries in the upcycled art and fashion showcase will be displayed in the Iwazaki Library. Lean into recycling, Emersonians. Now for some serious, less green environmental news. Despite Emerson's initiative to be this environmentally friendly campus, it turns out that part of the school's endowment is actually invested in something that is the complete opposite of green: fossil fuels. So I guess separating compost, recycling, and waste are no longer living up to Emerson's green-friendly standards. Now that we know where our tuition money is really going, it's hard to believe in Emerson's green-friendly mission. It all feels like a sham. While we may believe in protecting our environment and recycling when we can, our tuition dollars are a lot more powerful. The only part of the story that gives me peace of mind is that Emerson certainly isn't receiving a Recyclemania Green Room certificate this year. And our final story today: spring, the season of new life. And just as flowers bloom and Jesus rises, guess what else is rising? Tuition. Tuition has raised to $44,000 from the already breaking my bank and ruining my hopes and dreams $42,000. Room and board are being raised by $1,000 to about $17,000. No, I'm not crying. It's just allergies. So as if tuition wasn't already slowly killing me, Emerson has now decided to kill me quicker. Where will all the extra tuition money go? The DH food, where long-term effects include obesity and heart disease? Fixing the elevators, removing the scaffolding, hiring actual full-time professors, maybe converting the piano room suite common rooms into more doubles. Either way, tuition is rising, and apparently there's nothing we can do to stop it. Well, now that you're all caught up with this week's Emersonian news, when we come back, Brandon Beach will update you and bring you up to speed on what to expect from this spring student films in this week's Top 5. Thanks.
Have no place to go, darling. Have no place to go. Have no place to go.
Hello everyone, welcome to this season of College Kitchen. I'm your host, Amelia Fabiano.
And I'm Aaron Kenigsberg.
College Kitchen is a show where we're going to take you around Boston to show you all the hottest food spots.
Whether that is man food, which is your burgers, your bacon, your meat, all that grease, yes.
Or like Sweet Talk, where we'll show you sweet tooth lovers where to get your cake fix, your ice cream fix, all that good stuff.
We also have Wild Card, which is your ticket to food from all over the world.
Or if you're on a budget, like I know I am, we'll take you in the kitchen with Alyssa to show you how to make college food on a budget. So sit back,
Relax.
and enjoy.
College Kitchen!
Welcome back to Common Agenda. Spring is a busy time for Emersonians of all majors, but especially VMA students. Between BFAs, BA capstones, FPS and NBS narratives, and regular film classes, spring is a busy time for Emersonian films. But don't worry, Common Agenda has your back. We'll give you the ins and outs of all the classic Emerson film tropes to look out for in this week's Top 5. Number 5, the common rooms in Piano Row. It has been said that where there is limitation, creativity will thrive. As film students, limitations are everywhere. Budgets are tight, locations are few, and gear can be a struggle to obtain. You'll often see students coming up with creative shortcuts to insinuate something on camera that the script calls for. So when you write middle-class apartment into the script as a location, don't necessarily have to have access to one. What do? Film in a common room in a Piano Row suite. Need an office for your brooding film noir protagonist? Piano Row suite. Need to create a murder scene covered in chocolate syrup blood? Piano Row suite. Dorm room for your college-aged main character? Nah, man, you'll fill that one in LB. Number 4, the party scene. When asked for advice, many seasoned screenwriters will tell you, write what you know. If there's any truth to that, then it's pretty obvious what most Emerson students know. College parties. It's not an Emerson film without an alcohol fest crammed into a Piano Row suite. I'll have you know that last semester I took the class VM 420, Crafting the Party Scene, which taught us exactly how to do it in any short film. According to the guidelines, this type of scene must include the following: red and blue lighting, a beer pong table, red solo cups, repetitive royalty-free electronic music, some sort of sexual encounter, and 5 extras placed around to look like 30. Easy stuff. Number 3, the graveyard and the common. Are you looking to add a sense of dread to your cliche student film? Well, Boston Common has you covered. Just take a trip down to the graveyard and get some spooky B-roll of the headstones. Bam, you're already an auteur. Realize how tough it is to subtly convey the themes of life and death in your work. Trust me, I get it. I mean, who wants to bother with writing a decent script when you can just shove some symbolism down our throats? For bonus points, make sure you get a shot of your lead actor kneeling next to the biggest tombstone, you know, staring off into the distance with a mournful look in his eyes. That'll get you that Evie nomination for sure. Number 2, symbolism. Nothing says Emerson student film like ambiguous symbolism. There's always got to be cigarette smoke, which is supposed to be edgy, but what does it symbolize? Your chances of winning a film festival dissipating into film air? And how is there always a wardrobe door conveniently swung open to reveal a mirror? No one looks at themselves that much. Okay, maybe at Emerson. And last, what is that trash bag blowing through the wind supposed to be anyway? Your dad? Stop throwing symbols in with no actual meaning and go back to recreating Reservoir Dogs shot for shot. And number 1, a meta storyline. Of course, you have to have an Inception meets Blazing Saddles meets The Avengers meets Argo, aka meta storyline. That's right, you need some meta experience to really captivate your student film. Have curious teens be warned about not going into some random woods filmed God knows where in Massachusetts, but they do anyway and discover the secrets the town has been hiding for years, only to discover that you, the audience member, are that secret. Totally makes sense and is totally deep. Not to mention the biggest issue with every BFA film. If you go with the concept of basing the narrative on your own life, every film is going to be about a college film student just trying to make it in the industry. At Emerson, sharing your life story is not original. So sorry, film bro Cole Davis. Your magnum opus detailing the struggles of your filmmaking journey are no different than any other 20-year-old across the country. Now, you know all the ins and outs of Emersonian films. Thanks for joining me on this week's Top 5. Look, we all know our segment correspondent, Jacob Noxian, but do we really know him? Get to know Jacob as he eats so many waffles as he can in this week's Emersonian Buzz.
Today, I'm gonna get interviewed by our lovely producer, Haley Behrman, and while eating as many waffles as I possibly can. Okay, let's get started, I guess. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I think I'm just gonna like go hand, like a savage. I start out with 10. They're a lot drier than I expected. Oh. That's 1, by the way. Okay. Ooh. Oh, I hate powdered sugar so much. It's just like you're dirty after, and you feel disgusting. There's powdered sugar everywhere. I like fruit. I like syrup. I like waffles. I like Common Agenda. Probably the waffles. Either that or the insane level of fame I've gained, you know? I can't walk through the streets without a bodyguard now. I've had to hire a team of snipers to sit on buildings when I go places, because you never know. There's some crazy people out there. I don't know. I paid out of pocket. I'm like 20K into debt now with snipers, and snipers aren't the type of people you want to be in debt with. By the way, I'm at 2 now. 2 waffles. 1 day at a time. 1 step at a time. It's not yeah, that's a Jordan Sparks song. 1 step at a time. And then, it's like learning to fly or falling in love. Nah. I was originally wanted to do this with street meat, like $40 with $40 would buy you around 20 hot dogs here. So I would be feeling sick, and then I would also have a tapeworm probably. So I'm glad I don't have that. Oh. Probably the Coyotes. Didn't expect that living in a big city, but yeah. I don't believe in ghosts, but I believe in imps. I haven't seen one. When one has the courage to come up and shake my hand, like a real being, then I'll believe. But until then, I'm a skeptic. Oh, thank you. Oh, God. Oh, God. I might start crying.
Welcome back. This week, I'm here with the Ivy Sears, executive producer of the Evie Awards Gala. Welcome to Common Agenda, Ivy.
Thanks, it's so good to be here.
Okay, I'm so excited for the Evie Awards Gala, but I have to know, first off, what it is. I feel like other Emerson students don't quite get it. Yeah, so the Evie Awards are, this like huge show that happens, and with the Majestic, there's just too many awards to do all in one night. So some of that is done earlier in the year, and it's the gala, and it's kind of like an intimate dinner party. Oh, nice. Okay, so what's the difference between the Evie Awards and the Majestic Awards? Yeah, so I think the biggest thing, so the gala is done in the gym in the Bobby Brown, whereas the Majestic is done obviously in the Cutler Majestic Theater. The gala is like a little bit more intimate. It's like a dinner party. We serve food, whereas the Majestic doesn't. It's just a little bit smaller and a little bit more intimate, whereas the Majestic is a little bit bigger, like the award shows that you see on TV all the time. Gala's a little bit smaller. I like that, like an intimate little. Okay. Yeah, no, all right. It's fun. Yeah. So, so what's your position? Like, what do you do in the show? Yeah. So I'm the technical executive producer. So I'm worried about like making sure that the show that the audience is seeing happens as well on TV, so that you can watch it from home. Whereas like I have two co-EPs. Who are creative and logistics, and they work more, logistics kind of make sure that everything's working correctly, but creative, her job is to make sure a little bit more that the show is, like a theater production a little bit, like the stuff that you're seeing on stage is happening. Okay, so what's the best part of organizing something like this? I think the best part is being able to get so many people involved and recognize so many students. We're able to recognize students from marketing and film and theater, and it's really wonderful to be able to tell people that they've been doing a great job, because we all work so hard here, and it's nice to be able to give that recognition to people. Yeah, so what can we expect at the Evie Awards if you can give something away? I think you can expect it to be a lot of fun. Our hosts are really, really wonderful. They've got really awesome chemistry, so I think it's just going to be a lot of fun. Okay, cool. Okay, so how did you get involved in the gala? Like, what inspired you to be a part of this? Yeah, I think, so I'm a sophomore, and all last year I kind of was like looking at the Evies and thought that it was a really wonderful thing that we're able to do. I think it's like I said, I think it's just a really fun way for everybody to kind of get involved, come together, and make this huge kind of crazy thing that you don't imagine that could ever actually happen, and then we do it. And I was really drawn to that. And I really like, specifically with the gala, that it is smaller and more intimate, and we're able to do, this like dinner party for everybody, and everybody dresses up and comes and hangs out, and we're giving so many positions to so many really awesome people who, get to work, and everybody that I work with is so inspiring, and so it's really, it's an awesome thing to be a part of. So where can, when does this happen? When can we find out where we can go and how we can get involved? Yeah, so the show itself happens on April 23rd, and you can buy tickets. They're going on sale April 14th. Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us, Ivy. When we come back, Brandon Beach will join us for a game of Pictionary, so stay tuned.
Four. I don't know science. Get off my back. I just eat waffles professionally and rollerblade occasionally. Does anybody have a Band-Aid for my psyche? I've already eaten a lot of waffles. I'm in a lot of pain. Oh, yeah. 5 waffles halfway through. 5 waffles, how about you? I'm not gonna be able to finish this. Though it may look like I'm calm and composed, I'm screaming on the inside. It feels strange watching multiple people watch me slowly destroy myself through. If I pass out, which one of you is gonna carry me? Four. What's the difference again? Hey, I believe in a little thing called America. Take that. Who's the president of the United States? Donald Trump. Oh. Really? I just found that out. I ate seven waffles went inside of me. Damn. Good. That's the thing. My hair, it started out like, my hair's been straight for my entire life, and then I started growing it out more this year, and now it's curly. It just won't stay straight. But the other day I put a hat on for the entire day, and I tucked all my hair under it, and my hair became straight again. It looked like I straightened my hair. People were asking why I straightened my hair, and I'm like, no, I just put a hat on. I guess it's just my boyish curls. Okay, I think I've had enough waffles because I just want to die. Hi, I'm Jacob Naction. I try to eat a lot of waffles and I failed. This has been Emerson Buzz. I hope you can eat more waffles than me. Back to you, Chip.
Welcome back to Common Agenda. I'm joined by Ivy Sears. Today we'll be playing Pictionary with an Emersonian spin. So we all know the game Pictionary. One of us will take a word out of a jar, have 1 minute to do our best drawing that we can, and everyone tries to guess what it is. So let the drawings begin. I'll go first. Okay.
Cigarette?
Let's see.
Joint.
No. I can see where you're going with that. But.
Litter?
Okay, let's shoot.
The dogs. Pig?
No, this looks awful. You guys are gonna be like, what the heck? I can't. Okay, let's think about, and then.
Hey, your time's running out.
Well, can I say the answer?
Yeah, what you got there?
All right, it was a mozzarella stick. It was me separating it in the cheese, and I tried to go for that was supposed to be a cow, but it doesn't matter now.
Okay.
So.
Cool.
All right, so Brandon, your turn.
All right, let's see what you got here.
I thought it was good.
I think that's just one. You mind holding this?
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, that's two. Oh God. Okay.
All right. It's a person.
It is a
It's
person. It's an Emerson student.
Stick figure.
With the hat.
With the hat. Chorus
A
line.
tourist.
It's a professor, a skinny professor. It's give me something, man.
Yeah.
It's whatever. It's art. It's whatever you want it to be. It's
Okay. It's
a
still a hat.
construction
Yeah.
worker.
Oh, construction. No.
construction.
Oh,
It's a
smoker.
smoking. It's a smoking.
It's an Emerson
it's
student.
It's one of those smoking construction workers that are outside of the.
The Emerson
no?
student standing outside smoking. No.
it's-
Oh, your
What
face
kind- what
is
kind of
so.
person are they?
Lit.
A film student.
It's a hipster.
Oh.
Oh.
It's not good. That's what it's supposed to be.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I'll let you rotate
Okay.
that in front.
For me.
Your turn, Ivy.
All right. Okay.
Okay. It is a building. It
Yep.
is a
City, Boston.
It's Boston. It's Boston, but not in Boston.
Not
It's Boston.
Paramount?
It's over yonder. Oh, it's a new building that's coming. That's like way too far. 100 Boylston. It's a sun.
Sun.
It's a sunny. It's California.
Oh, it's the LA campus.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
LA? Okay.
Good job.
Good
job.
I don't know. Do you want to
Do
try?
I keep- do I
for
keep
another?
going?
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
Sure. Keep going.
I don't know. We haven't had a correct answer yet.
No, that was a good one.
All right.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Okay.
No, you
Just go
draw
for it. You
all
got plenty
race.
of blank space in the middle.
You draw
All right.
all race.
It's a square.
It's
another building.
It's SpongeBob. It's another building. Okay. It's not a
The
building.
demolition of LB.
It's
LB?
Yeah. Yes.
he's so good. Okay. All right. Fine. Well, I'm about to school all of you. Okay. I'm about to be a fantastic Picasso. Really
Oh
quick.
no, I left
That's fine.
so much marks
All
on
right.
the board.
I'm about to school all of you. All right. So.
Okay.
Okay. Piano.
Yes.
Piano row?
Yeah. All right, give me another one. I'm freaking killing it. All right.
This square.
I
Okay.
can't like. Okay.
I saw the answer, so I don't feel comfortable guessing because I know what it is.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, Quidditch.
Yes.
All right. You can try.
Can't get me out today. All right. All right. How about the?
I
Fire
saw
escape.
the answer too, so this
No.
one's all on you.
Oh shoot! Can I just leave?
I don't know.
Well, okay.
Okay.
Your turn, Brandon.
All right. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Let's see what we got.
Okay, it's
It's another building.
I know what it is. It's a building, but it's
Nope, not a building.
It's a- oh,
the new
Emerson.
Emerson logo. Just
It's
Emerson,
Emerson.
College. The
it's
Anson building. President Pelton.
it's oh. Okay. All right. Killing it.
Oh God.
It's a sandwich. It's a burger.
It's a burger.
Griddlers. No.
The
LB. The LB burgers. The PCAP.
Ford Bucks.
Hunger.
Sodexo?
So okay. Sodexo.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
All right.
Let's see here. All right.
Okay.
Oh.
Well,
okay.
Well, that's all the time we have for this episode of Common Agenda. Thank you for being here, Ivy. And
You're
thank you
welcome.
for joining us. It's been a blast, and we'll be back next week to update you on all things Emersonian.
See you next week.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
I was like not understanding. I was like,